That brings us into in the report we have covered it, and we have gone through, you had a look at it as well. That we say that there aren't enough women in the board. But the real problem is that the pool of women from which you can select to the board is also limited. So actually, as Srirang in his introduction said, that there is a big loss of highly capable ladies opting out in the middle management kind of a thing. What might be a few things in your mind we should be doing in order to ensure that either the ladies do not opt out or those who opted out re-enter back?
First of all, I think we should prevent as much of opting out as possible because while re-entry is possible, it's that much more difficult. The second is that indeed that period is a very difficult and challenging period for women when you are starting your family or when you have your first child who's very, very young and you have your second child. I think those few years are very challenging, very taxing. But I would only say that, it's very important for women to say, let me go through this period. Even if it involves a lot of hard work, stress and so on, let me go through this period. Let me try and manage both. Because if I get through those 4 or 5 years, then after that, it's not as difficult. And I think times are also changing where the ecosystem is, in a way, responding a little better now. I mean, I remember that at my time, maternity leave used to be 3 months. And I took 6 months leave when my second child was born. And believe it or not, maybe most of you were not in the organization at that time, that made news in a pink newspaper. Okay. That, I was granted 6 months leave. Frankly, as far as from within the organization is concerned, it was very simple. I don't think anybody blinked an eyelid. Not many had asked for it, but I asked for it and I got it. But it made news. Today, our regular maternity leave is 6 months. And if someone asks for more, we give more. So I'm saying, in a way, organizations are actually today even more receptive to those special needs. But yes, in my view, it's not just 6 months that's difficult. It is a period that is, there are a few years that are difficult, but if you go through them, then I think, it becomes...
This is what hanging in there for the period,
hanging in there is very important. That's the time you have to keep reminding yourself, saying, let me just hang in there, and things would be better.
That brings us to the popular notion which I have heard among my lady colleagues outside. There is this belief that there is this all-boys club and there is this boys network in every organization. And unfortunately, women are unable to break into this all-boys clubs and this network. So women get excluded out. So what's your view on it? Were you part of any all-boys club for you to...
First of all, I don't know whether this all-boys club exists. And if it exists, let it be. I mean, how does it matter? I think what is important for an organization is performance and not just hanging around in those all-boys club. So I think as long as you focus on your performance, and here I would say that there, as women, we cannot say that just because I'm a woman, I will not stay back late, I will not travel, I will not do this, I will not do that. I think whatever the job demands, you have to give it to the job as a professional. If you desire to be recognized and if you desire to get the next responsibility. So to me, it doesn't matter whether there is a club at all and whether you hang around in that club or not. But what is important is that if you demand a level playing field, then you have to give back to the job whatever the job demands. And that is what creates your own merit in the organization, and that is what then makes you move up in the organization on the basis of merit. And again, I believe that for women, it's most important to move up on the basis of only merit and no special preferences.